So we have already discussed about the mesh topology in which all the computers are connected with each other in all possible ways, and there we have learned the advantage is the fault diagnosis is easy but it is very expensive. Then we have gone through the star topology in which we have seen that a center device hub or switch is there. There is a device which is hub, and if that fail, so the whole network will fail. So that is a disadvantage of the star topology. But if we go to the advantage, we know that less cables are there and is less expensive as compared to the mesh topology. Then talking about the bus topology, it is the multicast. Multicast means if it is sending the data to one, it is sending to all. There is a single wire through which all the topologies, all the computers are connected, and the device which used is a tap, and it is very advantageous in terms of extending the network only by increasing the size of the length. But yeah, there is one more problem: the repeater is required while we are taking the length of the cable. So now we are discussing the next topology, that is the ring topology. Talking about the ring topology, as the name signifies, there is a ring and through which all the computers are connected. So I'm making one diagram to make you understand. Let us suppose that there is a ring, and with this ring all the computers are connected. The computer, we can also say that these are the terminals. In the technical terms, computers are called the terminals. Let us suppose, say, four terminals are connected. Now let us suppose the name given is C1 for the system 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these are the four computers or terminals which are connected to a ring in such a manner. So this is the ring topology. But we guys know that it is not a twisted pair cable that the wires are connected directly. So if I am connecting these wires, that is not possible. So this is not the possibility that it is electric wire, you are going to cut them and just join them. No, there is a small device which is used for connecting all the wires. Now the device which is used to connect inside the ring topology is the repeater. So there we are going to use a small device, that is the repeater. So if n number of computers are there, we are going to use those repeaters also. The benefit of repeater is that they are going to give you the regenerated signal. So signal strength is there, but disadvantage is that the cost will increase. So now you can see that these computers are connected through repeater to the ring. So these are the repeaters which are helping the ring topology, and computers are connected via them. Now, talking about the ring topology, we must know something. Computers are connected in the closed loop. So this ring topology, another name is also called the closed loop. So we can say that the another name of ring topology is the closed loop. Well, loop, whenever something is going and coming back to the same, that is called the loop. So that's why it is called the loop network also. So if somebody asks you in the examination what is the closed loop or loop network, then that is the ring topology they are talking about. So we can also say that this one is the loop network. Now talking about the star topology. So if I give you the first and the foremost thing about the ring topology, then computers are connected in closed loop. Means the computers are connected in the closed loop, or we can say that in the ring. So there is a ring through which all the computers are connected by single communication cable. Means there is a single cable through which all the computers are connected inside the ring. And then second thing is that ring topology can be unidirectional or the bidirectional. So it can be unidirectional or bidirectional. But let me tell you one thing, by default, the topology is the unidirectional. Unidirectional means only one way we can send out the data. Let us suppose if I talk about this diagram. Now, if I start with C1, this is the unidirectional. Let us suppose that it is the clockwise direction. So they will send the data into the clockwise. So assuming that C2 want to send the data to C3, then this wire is going to use clockwise. Or if C2 want to send to the C4, then the same wire will be used for the C4. Another side is not possible because we are assuming it is the unidirectional. So unidirectional means only in the one direction. It can send the data into the one way. Now the next thing, use token to control transmission. Now let us suppose that the topology is the bidirectional. Means both ways the data is coming. What will happen? In that case, there will be the collision. So to avoid that, there is a token management is there. Means the tokens are generated, and if anybody is having the token, only that person can send the data. So that token management is done, and with the help of that, ring topology or the loop network works. That's why this topology is also given one name, the standard name. We know that is the token ring. So token ring is a standard term just like the Ethernet in the networking. So if somebody give you the example that which is the example of loop network or ring topology, you will simply say token ring is the example of loop network or the ring topology. And in the technical terms, there is one name also. Just like if I say token ring, this is the example of ring topology. In the technical terms, we say it is IEEE 802.5. These are some standard codes given by the IEEE. Just like 802.5 is the code for the token ring. Similarly, other codes are also there for different purposes. So the token ring is the example of the ring topology. Now we are going to discuss the advantages and the disadvantages of ring topology. So now we are taking the advantage. So if I talk about the advantage of ring topology, then we know that we are comparing all the topologies with the mesh topology. So obviously the less cables are there as compared to the mesh topology. And if less cables are there, you know that it is less expansive. One more thing which is very good is add and remove. If you want to add or remove device, device means the computer. If you want to add or remove the computer, that require hanging off two connections. We can check out the diagram to understand this thing. Let us suppose that you don't want the computer number C2 or the C1, let us suppose. Now there are two connections. One is this connection and one is that one. So these are two connections. You guys can simply take out these two connections and you can put this connection number 1 here at this position. So computer one number C1 is directly removed from this network. Similarly, if you want to install one more computer, the same process, you will add one more repeater in computer and insert the wire. Means two connections need to be changed. That's why they are saying two connections need to be changed and afterward it will be taken. You can see that 1 and 2 are there. If you want to remove C1, so this cable number 1 will be now attached here. So this C1 computer will not be the part of system now. Okay. So this way you can remove or add any number of systems. So that is the advantage. Easy adding and removing of the system. But there are a few disadvantages also. So disadvantages. Well, we can see that. Let us suppose that this wire is broken in between. Now if this wire will broke and we are having the unidirectional system, so obviously data should pass in this direction, in the unidirection. It will not come here in this direction. No, because it is not the bidirectional. So if it come here and the connection is broken, so data will not pass. So what will happen? We can say that if one connection fail, rest of connections fail. So if you are going to fail one connection, all the connection will not work. So that is a disadvantage. We can say that for this particular purpose, we are having the solution. Yes, you know it, bidirectional. Now, one more thing. It is not only the connection break. Let us suppose that this whole system is not working. If this system break, also it is not working. Again, the data will not pass here because it is coming via this particular path. So data will not come here because if the system is failing, how the data will pass? So that is not possibility. So we can say that even if the node fail, so if the node means the computer. If the computer fail, so node failure cause network failure. So if the system is not working, then the network will not work because the unidirectional is there. And obviously, if there is so many problems like this, then the fault diagnosis is difficult. That's why difficult to diagnose fault. So fault diagnosis is very much tough in that case because you don't know where the connection is broken and you are trying to send the data. Now there is one solution. The solution is the bidirectional ring. So the solution of all the problem is bidirectional. So bidirectional ring topology is a solution in which we can also send the data in the reverse way, in the anti-clockwise also. So we are sending here also this way. So this is the bidirectional. But yes, if you are coming in this way, it also having some problem, like if the C2 want to send the data to C4, it can come here this way and this way also, which can give the duplicate packet. That's why the token management technique is applied here. So the solution is still there, that is the bidirectional ring, and the token management technique is used. So this is all about the ring topology or the loop network. And now we are going to discuss the next type of topology, and that is the hybrid topology.